Yeah, consider the following JavaScript program. What will be the what will be shown on the browser console if the above program is executed? This fetch will return a promise, and this we are returning r.json, and this will go in this then block. So it will show got the data, right? So that's why this is the correct option. What will be shown on the browser console if the above program is executed? I hope this is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what will be shown? It will got the data. This fetch will return a promise, and this 10 block will resolve this promise. This and this will return this JSON also returns a promise. So this will return a promise which will be resolved here. Console.log got the data. So second question: which of the following statement is true regarding fetch methods?
So if that website
Yeah.
does not exist, then
Where?
that particular link is broken link, it is wrong.
Which,
Then no, that https http bin.org.
yes, yes.
So that if that link is URL is wrong, then it will throw errors. Then what?
Yeah. So the status code will not be okay. So it will throw error, and which that error will be handled here in the catch block.
Okay. So for to answer this question, we have to like get do a get request to this endpoint URL, right? And check whether this URL exists or not.
Yes. So if the status code is correct, it will return this r.json. Otherwise, it will throw error, and that error will be handled here.
Okay, so
Console.
like in the quiz, if they ask this question, then how do we ascertain that the URL is like correct URL?
Uh, that I don't think so. They will give correct URL only. That you can see the pattern from previous year paper.
Okay. Or even if it is correct, if it doesn't throw 200 status code, then r dot OK will not be true. So it will enter this if block and again throw error.
Yes, yes. We have explicitly we are explicitly throwing the error.
Yes, so we should so the URL should be correct. Also, when we do a fetch request, it should send 200 status code.
Yes,
You don't even get this answer.
yes. So next question.
Hello, hello. Can you just talk a bit about fetch? I'm not very clear about the fetch concept, or like, do we need this for doing this assignment?
For
What
this
is it doing?
line,
Yeah, for what is this fetch function doing?
so fetch is fetching, and it returns a promise. Because the fetch is a time-taking process, so it will return a promise.
No, what is it doing? Like, it's going to this web URL, and what is it doing next? Like, what is it trying to do when
It is
it's
making a request, requesting the data.
it's hitting a URL, right? So it's going to hit a server backend, and it's going to put up a query, and the server is going to respond with some data when it sees this fetch.
Yes, this fetch returns a promise.
No, I get it, but like, what is it that it gets returned? What kind of a promise? Like, what does the promise contain? Like, what is it?
A promise object.
So, A promise object is usually an asynchronous function. If I'm not like whatever that means, right? I keep hearing that and reading that lots. But what is it actually?
uh, so it एक promise it's a promise object. It will return that we have to accordingly handle. So you are asking why it is returning promise and why not directly data.
No, no. Whatever it's returning, I'm good with that. But then when it sees this word fetch, I mean, it knows to give a certain specific type of data or data structure, whatever it is, right?
Can you repeat?
This particular query, this particular method, function fetch is going to hit this URL and it's going to query the server. I'm assuming this is what I understood. I could be totally off here. Please correct me. And the server is going to respond with a particular set of data, particular type of data, right?
Particular type of data.
And usually when we talk about promise, it is asynchronous data.
Fetch is
Like what is it? I'm unable to understand like what is it that gets fetched when we do a fetch.
internally returns a promise, and then we have to handle that promise to get the data.
I guess what he's asking is that whether you're getting back in HTML or JSON, like what that we're getting back.
Yeah, kind of something like that.
I think that depends on the URL, right? Like whatever they've put in the endpoint, that's what you get back. So you're gonna have to search for it.
Yeah, even a success message or a failure message that is also returned as a JSON object.
No, sir, only after we do r.json, we get JSON. Like initially, we get only R.
No,
After,
initially
yeah.
fetch object it will return a promise only, right?
Yes, and then we are resolving the promise and then doing return r.json. So this is only it will be JSON.
No, so this what fetch will return will be a promise. Am I right?
Yes, sir, right. Yeah, I think it will return promise.
And this r.json returns a promise or direct data.
Promise.
Okay, yeah. So this r.json also returns a promise. Whatever this fetch is getting, I am storing in this r variable, and I'm performing this r.json operation here. And this also returns a promise. And whatever in the second then block, I will handle that. So whatever the previous then returns or the fetch returns, this will come here in this R. Okay, and then we are performing some operation on that. Like here we are returning r.json.
If so, r.json will be JSON, and what will be that R?
What?
That initially what we get is also promise, right? A is a promise, and then from A we resolve it to R.
So A is the fetch object, right?
Yes, sir. It is the
Yes.
promise.
Whatever we get from this A, we are fetching that in R and returning r.json. So this JSON object will also be a promise.
So what is that R? Sir? That A is a promise, then if you resolve, we get R. So it is some like response body something.
R is just a variable, right? We can use X here. Whatever we are getting
Yes,
from
sir. No, no, like what will it contain? Like what is this R storing?
The previous response promise object. We can move to question 2. Which of the following is true regarding fetch method? Fetch method works asynchronously. Fetch methods cannot work synchronously. And fetch methods always returns a promise. Or fetch methods cannot be used for making a post request. So the fetch methods, this works asynchronously by default. But if you use async and await keyword, we can make it work synchronously. So by default it is asynchronous in nature, but we can modify it. So by default it is asynchronous, but we can make it synchronous. That is why the second option is not correct. And fetch method always returns a promise. So fetch method always returns a promise. This is also correct. And fetch methods can be used for making a post request. So that is why this option is incorrect. So fetch methods, this is correct. By default, they are asynchronous in nature, and they can be converted to synchronous. Like they will work synchronously if we use those async and await keyword. And fetch methods, yeah, this is fact about fetch methods, and they can be used for making post requests. That is why option 1 and option 3 is correct. Consider the following consider the following files are present inside the same directory. This sample.txt.
Sir, so we can use fetch synchronously as well, also, sir.
Yes, using async and await keyword.
No, it is always async.
No, but they can be converted, or they will work synchronously if we use async and await keyword.
Sir, async and await is always async, not synchronous.
So like fetch by default is asynchronous in nature, but if you use async and await, so it will work as synchronous.
Okay.
Okay, so what will be shown on the browser? So fetch, and then we are using then. So if r dot okay, we are so the fetch will return a promise, which will return a success code. That is why this line will not be executed. So this is return r dot text. So we will get that data, and this data will be passed to the second then block. whatever we get from the previous then statement, we are just printing here console.log got the data comma d. So that is why this that is why the answer will be got the data hello world. And this got the data is hard coded comma whatever the data we are getting from the previous promise. So this will be printed.
So we get to fetch from a file also.
Yes. What will be shown on the browser console? So this is the question. So here we are printing got the data and then hello world. Hello world is there in this sample.txt. Place the correct code in places marked code 2 and code 1. Say the files shown below are present inside the same directory. What will be the correct way to retrieve the attendees' names and IDs out of the response? We want to fetch the names and IDs. Med A123 Ravi and all these names are there. V4, this is code 1 and this is code 2. We are fetching data.json. Code 1. So code 1 we have to loop through this data v4 and then here code. So this which should be the correct option according to you? So in the code 1, what we are doing in the code 1, we have to loop through the elements. The item in live session attendees, item in live session attendees, or item in live session dot attendees. So live session, what is live session? This is live sessions. Return live sessions. What is this live sessions? Data.json. So here we are looping through all
Sir,
the
I think live session is list of attendees, sir.
live session is list of attendees.
Sir, that is response JSON. Code 2 we are assigning.
Code 2 we are assigning.
Yeah, this dot live session is equal to response JSON.
Yes. First, we have to get the data. So this live session is
So live session is that JSON like above when you scroll up.
no, that
No,
this
yeah,
is
yeah. I think this from ID to this attendees, everything is will be assigned to live session.
first we have to fill this live session array, right? So we are fetching this.
I think this live session array will be replaced by that response JSON.
Yes. So here, if you see the option for this code 2 part, this dot live sessions. Here we are response, whatever it is fetching, we are converting it to JSON, and whatever this first then returning, we are using this here response.json, and here code 2. So if you see options of code 2, here we are using this dot live sessions and response JSON dot data. Response JSON. So response JSON, whatever response JSON is returning, we have to store in this live sessions array. Okay, so whatever this first promise converting to JSON, whatever this response.json promise is returning, we are fetching here, and whatever it is returning, we will populate the live sessions array using that. So this dot live session equals to response JSON, or this dot live sessions equals to response JSON. And here if you see, we are response JSON. Okay, so option 2 and 4, and in the code 1, what they are you do in the code 1 part, they want to retrieve the attendee name. So attendee name is inside the attendees. This attendees, they are inside, the data is inside this. So item, for we are using this item variable, that is why this item in live session attendees, we're directly using id and name. So this id and name are inside the id and name we are using here. And this id and name are inside the live sessions. No, they are inside the attendees array of whatever this live session. Live session we have stored in this code 2. We want to go to that attendees array of the live session array. So here we can do either this item in live session attendees, or this item in live session dot attendees. We can use both the syntax. Like,
Yes, sir. Second and fourth are correct.
how to ex- how to extract temperature from the given API call and display the information in index.html. To get output in a format like temperature or 26.5 degree, fill code 1. What is the to extract from the given API call response and this dot weather array console. We can run this. So let's run this. this dot weather, a simple whatever response we will get from this fetch, convert to response.json, and this response.json or this then block will fetch, and this dot weather, in the weather array we will be storing this response JSON. We will be storing this response JSON. So weather dot main dot temp, and to get this degree symbol, as Prashant pointed out, that at the rate degree is an HTML symbol. So at the rate degree C gives at the rate sorry, not this and symbol, not the at the rate, this ampersand degree is an HTML symbol for degree. So ampersand degree C gives degree C. All the options are similar except this. Here they are using this degree C. Here they are just using C. And here they are using none of the above. So you need to know that this ampersand degree C, we can use this ampersand sign, and so I am unable to patch this API because of some I have to log in get that key, so I am unable to call this API. So all the options are similar, and a point is that to print this degree symbol, degree and C, we have to use this at the rate, as Prashant said, at the rate deg, sorry, not at the rate, ampersand deg is an HTML symbol for, so at the rate dc gives ampersand C. And okay, so the next question.
Sir, for the previous question.
Yes.
Sir, I pasted one code in the chat, so that also works.
uh,
Like for code 2, code 1.
Code 2, code 1, which option?
No, in the option it is not given. Like, not from this for
Just
separate.
one
No,
step.
different one also works.
From the response JSON attendees array.
Like directly I'm keep this dot live session is that array attendee. So we can, in the code one we can directly iterate through that live session.
Okay. There will be a different ID. One is ID.
Like I'm directly assigning this attendees that array of objects to live sessions. This attendees, the JSON.
Okay. So now we are fetching this array. We need not go inside this attendees array. So we have directly fetched, right?
Yes, like instead of doing that at dot attendees in the code one, in code two I'm doing.
The code to
That's in the option if you see, correct option.
here, no? So here only itself we will do response JSON dot attendees.
Yes. So in code one we can directly iterate through that array, the live session.
Yes, because yeah, then we will be able to do that. So Yeah. Server at world time API is down. What will be shown on the console? What do you think?
Catch block, sir.
Okay, so it will show the sketch block. It will inside.
Fail to fetch.
Yes. So failed to fetch is the correct answer.
So so the fetch will give an error, right? It is like, yeah, network error. So.
Yes, network or I think it will also give error if we are hitting a there are route which does not exist. Am I correct? Like I hit instead of world time API, I hit some API, some route which does not exist, like world API time dot.
Incorrect URL.
Okay, so in that case, it will also catch. No, it will not give error. You are saying. We can run. Suppose world time API is down, what will be shown on the console? Will do fetch will be shown. Okay, so consider the following JavaScript code. Let x equals to 2, n3 k4 this promise resolved rejected, and if k is less than n we will this promise resolved and otherwise rejected. Promise to what will be logged. So what will be logged on the console? Anyone?
4.
Oh, why? So if you see this resolved and rejected, what is k? K is 4, n is 3. So 3 is sorry, what will be logged on the bed promise?
We
Promise.
reject it.
You are rejecting, right? Oh, what we are creating this promise object. We have defined here, and promise one dot then do x star x, then promise 2 dot then we have promise 1. Promise 1 will store what? It will store this promise object, and if it is resolving, it will do this, and it is not resolving, it is rejecting. It will go to the catch block. So what will be logged on the console? Bad promise.
Can you please explain it again? I did not understand.
If you see this condition k is less than n, so k,
Case n is 3, so yeah, it's else, it goes to else.
so we are rejecting this promise.
Okay, rejected, and this as a function which takes the argument bad promise.
What?
This rejected function takes the arguments bad promise, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now this ends. Now we go to the next line. Const promise 2 equal to promise 1 dot then, and then an arrow function which returns square of x.
Yes.
So what's happening here?
It will not go inside, no?
So it will be ignored.
Yes, it will be. This promise objects returns a reject. That is why it will not go inside the this then block.
Which block?
This it will not go inside this. this then, because here we are rejecting the promise.
Okay, so then promise to dot then x console log x, it will also not go in that block.
Yes, and then it will go inside the promise to. Promise to stores the rejected part. So that is why this promise to dot catch error will be console dot log error. So
So
this,
but then how is error getting bad promise?
how is a bad promise? Because in the promise to we are storing the promise one. To promise one, whatever it is returning, we are storing in the promise to.
But then you are storing it with a then, no?
No, whatever this promise object we are storing here. And if the promise is resolved, then it will do this operation. Otherwise, it will not do. So whatever the promise one is, if it is resolved, this operation will be performed. Otherwise, this operation will not be performed.
Can I ask one question? This const promise to is equal to this assignment. Is promise to just a normal variable or is this a promise? Promise to in the line const promise to equal to promise one dot then, and it's just storing this function. So this is just a function, right? This is not a promise.
No, this is promise only, because we are this promise one is a promise.
No, promise one dot then it's what, returning a function, right? So what can you do? Can we? Is it possible to do? Do you have the code? Can you do console dot log promise to?
Yes, we can. Let me see. Console.log promise to. You can see this is a promise object only. Promise in pending state. Promise pending. Okay.
Okay, but then this promise that is storing, it is storing what, the reject. It's not a resolved promise, then I guess.
Yes, this is a pending state. So can we what
No,
is
we have not run the function. Is that why is it like that?
which function?
No, I mean, why is it pending? Because I thought it was already rejected.
No, we are storing the full promise object here.
Yes, but we are checking the condition which fails, and then it should go to the else block, which has the reject. So how come promise to is showing pending? Shouldn't that be like reject?
We have not handled the rejected thing. This rejected will give error, and we have to handle. We can handle that error. What if we handle error in the promise to object itself?
So if we do a console.log at the end again, then it will not show pending anymore.
Console.log. This promise.
So does it mean it's not handled throughout?
Maybe it is this promise object is when we are handling so this promise pending is because of this log. Now this promise to here we are after handling it. So this bad promise line is coming at the last. So maybe it is this promise is handled asynchronously. Maybe so this console.log print statements are executed first, then only the promises this promise handling will be done later. Maybe what if I
No, bad promise is being printed. So I guess catch is handling it, right? But even after that, we do a console.log.
no, but if you see the order, this console.log first is printing this promise pending, and this console.log.
That I understood, but
Why this order? Why not bad promise first?
yeah, that is also a question.
And what can we handle the error here itself? Like catch
Is there a time wait somehow? Set time wait, some waiting there somewhere?
set time. No, maybe it is asynchronous in nature.
Okay.
So that set timeout, there those functions are also asynchronous, but they are just like they are dummy function to understand asynchronous nature. They are just maybe they are also used, but when we are using, so we are just using them to demonstrate the asynchronous nature. So these promise objects are synchronous in itself, and using those set timeout, we are demonstrating asynchronous nature. So what is this undefined? Uh, Maybe remove this console.log. If I comment this, so I'm resolving the promise here itself. You can see here itself I'm getting this bad promise.
Okay, so ERR is catching that bad promise string, right?
Yes,
And it's printing it console.log.
yes, yes. So what will happen if I reject without any argument? Control is undefined. It is it.
Because ERR doesn't have anything, so I guess it's printing undefined, right?
And if I just print, let's say one, I can will print one
Yeah, that's
whatever we are bad. Oh, the console.log promise is still not. It is still printing. promise. So you see the order is still the same. This console.log promise pending is printed first, and then this console. So you can say that this promise object is also not also is asynchronous in nature. So I think we can move to next question.
No, I mean, what if we could put that console.log promise to in an asynchronous function as well with
Here,
yeah the console.log promise to no yeah not here maybe later outside so that it comes later in the call step.
console.log promise to. Oh, where exactly?
No, I was wondering line 691 if you put line 691 in a set timeout.
Oh,
Because then it's going to come in the web API later on and then just might just I don't know. Or we can do it tomorrow, no problem.
okay. What to so yeah, consider the following JavaScript code. This function promise generator takes one argument and then will resolve after seconds. So what is the approximate time in seconds taken by statement to run statement 2 to run after statement 1, and time taken by statement 3 to run after statement 1 respectively. So we are resolve reject, and inside the set timeout we are resolving and promise what will be the approximate time. So this takes one argument and 20. So initially this console.log initial statement 20 and 50 is the correct answer. So this in this promise generator function, why we are using this is what will be the approximate time taken by statement 2 to run. Async await and promise generator will return a promise. That promise will be resolved in 20 seconds, and this second promise will be resolved in 30 seconds. What is the approximate time taken by statement 2 to run after statement 1? And so this 20 seconds, so that's why this promise will be resolved after 20 seconds, and second promise will be resolved after 30 seconds. So can you tell
30
me
seconds after the statement is run. Like 30,
consecutive.
30 seconds from what? 30 seconds after the first wait.
Yeah, no. So this 20 and this 30. So this what is the question asking? To run by statement 2 to run. So the statement 2 is this console.log. How much this promise generator function will take? What will be the order if I put this console.log initial statement? Let's say I use console.log final statement at the after statement 3. What will be the order of output? Can anyone tell?
Initial statement will be printed first because that doesn't have any. That's not an asynchronous function. That has no asynchronicity with it. Then the promise generator is called with the value 20. So it's going to wait for 20 seconds and it's going to wait in the web API for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Then the prom to val, like then the second thing, promise generator with argument 30 is going to get called and then it's going to get sent to the web API for another 30 seconds. What I'm unable to reconcile is like if this promise generator 1 prom 1 val 1 kicks in after 20 seconds and then it does after like right after statement 1 is there, it's going to do after 30 seconds after statement 1. So how come 50 is coming there?
Oh, what I was asking, like if I use console.log, I use another console.log after statement 3. So will that final statement come before this prom1 value and prom2 value, or after this both prom1 prom2, or before these two values?
Initial statement.
No, this initial statement is there, but I just after statement 3 I uh, use another print statement, and then there I print console.log final statement. So what will be the order? Initial
So
statement.
initial statement, then that the one that you are trying to print console.log final statement, then console.log promval 1 and then console.log promval 2 prom2 val.
Maybe I think this prom1 well will come first,
Yeah, that's
then
for sure.
prom2 well, and then that final statement. I think because of we are using async await.
Two more questions. Sorry, async function and await. Can you please explain those? I'm not very familiar with that. I'm probably ignoring their influences.
Let's first run this code. console promise generator, let's say use 5 as the argument, and just print console.log final control s. So you can see that yes, initial statement then will resolve after 2 seconds. You see this final statement is printed as the last.
I am very surprised. How is this happening?
I think maybe because we are using a sync and a wait. So we will wait for this this to promise to resolve completely before we move to the next part of the code. So first this will wait for this promise to resolve, and then only this will be printed immediately after it is resolved, and then see we are resolving it. So final statement is printed. So first it will wait. So why let's say async wait instead of we can create control C, control V, and let's say instead of using async await, I just remove this async await. So now I think the order will be initial then final. Okay, so it is in the pending state till the order is the same. So I've commented.
It's not going back to that statement where it's like
Here. Oh, so what was the order? Initial final statement. Yes. So we can say that using the await keyword, we will wait for this particular promise generator. We will make this promise generator to wait. Then only we will move to the other part of the function. And here also, I think here also this final statement is printed at the last. But there you can say that these are also printed synchro. They are printed just printed like
the resolve thing is not being printed, right? Because it's pending, it's not resolved yet.
yes. That is not printed, so it just skips it. So this promise pending is printed because of this prom one value. So this we are printing this prom one value and prom two value before this prom one and prom two are resolved. So that is why prom one and prom two are promised in the pending state. Because
But you are using await now. How is it still like not waiting then? It's not printing line 702, no.
no, I
You're using await,
use
you're using async.
async. Now it will work because I
You didn't use async before, no?
where
Did you put the async right now?
yes I put await also right like I put await after running the code. I run the code and then only I put this await keyword. So that is why. So now if I run so this using async and await this await, we will wait for this promise to be resolved. So we are waiting for this promise to be resolved, and whatever with whatever it is resolved, we are storing it in. We are resolving, like we resolve after this, and we are storing in this from one well, and we are printing this console.log from one well. If you see, so what is the total time? So let's say I use 2 here, and I use, let's say what will be the order? Let's say I use 10 here, and I use 2 here. What will be the order? I think the order will be what will be the order? I think the order will resolve after 10 seconds. It will wait. So initial statement.
Yeah, prom1 value 1 only. Yeah.
Yes. Using async await, we are waiting for the promise to resolve before it can move further in the code.
Okay, so if we use declare a function as async, then we have to also use await for the promise to get resolved. I mean, they have to be used together, is it? Like async and await.
Yes. I think this was covered in one of the live session. Async await. You can watch that live session. I think don't remember in which week it was discussed. Let's say mad to you .com. Live in Matt. Yes, I think in this session, this async await was discussed. Yeah, I think you can watch this session. I don't remember actually.
Okay, no problem. I'll find out.
Yes, so you can watch this session. Yeah, you can see that here async and await. This there. So yeah, in this session you can watch this session. Okay, you can find the link or find the video.
Okay, yeah, I'll find out. Thank you. I'll find out. Don't worry. Thank you.
Yes. So next, so the promise generator. So this is also. So what is the approximate time? So this using async await, we will wait for 20 seconds for promise generator 20. Console.log prom value will be printed after 20 seconds, and console.log prom to value first this 20 we are waiting for 20 seconds, then we are waiting for another 30 seconds, so 20 plus 30 50 seconds, so this will be printed after 20. So we are using, I think, using async await, we are blocked, the code execution is blocked, so it will be blocked, and then only after it is resolved, then only we will get to this console.log, it will be printed immediately, and using this await it will take another, so first initially it will block the execution 20 second, it will take uh, 20 second, and then this will take 30 seconds.
30 seconds after prom1 val is printed. So together it's going to be like 50 seconds after statement 1 is printed. So 20 and 50.
Yes, 20 and 50.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Function check. This function check is returning a promise, and here if you see set interval start plus if start 7 clear interval resolve console.log pass. So can you predict what will be the output?
But that's an arrow function inside an arrow function.
No, what are you saying? Yeah,
And that's an
this
arrow
is,
function.
yes, this is arrow function reset resolve. The arrow function we have another set interval. This a1 start plus plus. So what will happen according to you? This interval will be cleared. Like start is initially 5, then plus plus will make it 6, then another plus plus will make it 7. So this clear interval is called. So inside the set interval function, we are doing this thing, and what will be what is the yet to reach, reached, and pass? Why? If no, so what the set interval will be called every 0.5 second. So the function inside this, the set interval function, will be called every 0.5 second because this 500 is in milliseconds, so will be called every 0.5 second. So initially the value variable start is 5, it will become 6 after this start plus plus. So this if dot star, this will become 6. No, it is not 7, that's why this else will be reached. Oh sorry, this else part will execute, and it will print yet to reach. And then after 0.5 second, this console.log yet to reach will print. Now after another 0.5 second, what will happen? The start plus plus, that is start would be 6 before the start plus plus. Now it will become 7. What message? In okay, so set interval. So if start equals to 7, console.log reached. So initially what will print? Console.log yet to reach after 0.5 second. Then after another 0.5 second, start plus plus will make start as 7. And if start equals to 7, this will print console.log reached. and we are clearing the interval. So we are clearing the interval here, so the interval will clear, and we are resolving. So we are resolving, that's why we'll go inside then and it will print. We'll take this pass and print pass. So initially the value of, initially what will print, this when this start, so initially start is 5, and start will increment by 1 when this check function called, this check function is called. Now start will increment by 1, so start will become 6. So this else part will be executed, console.log yet to reach, console.log yet to reach, and then after another then after the next 0.5 second, this function will be executed again. So start will now become 7. So this statement will be if start equals to will be true. So it will print console.log reached, and we are clearing the interval. So as you know that clear interval needs one ID, and this set interval function returns a ID, and that ID we are storing in A1. This set interval function returns a ID, and that ID we are storing in A1, and using that ID we will call this clear interval. So this set interval will be cleared, so it will not execute from the next time. And here we are resolving the promise with pass, and whatever we are resolving it will come here. So this pass will take this pass. So this pass we are passing, so it is the P is capital. So in the first then block it will be pass, and then we are printing that console.log pass. So initially yet to reach, then it will print console.log reached, and then we are resolving, so that's why this first then part will be executed. So this pass console.log pass. So you can see that yet to reach, then reached, and then pass. Yeah, what is the answer? Yet to reach, reached, and pass. Okay. What will be the minimum time taken by the above program to log the message finished on the console? So async function func1, and where we are creating a promise. Promise. So what will be the minimum? So can anyone please explain what will be the output, or how will this code behave? No. So the question is asking what will be the minimum time. So if you see here, new promise object, and then func2, we are calling this func1, and that func1 is new promise. async function. We're using async await. What will be the we can run this code. Let's run. So let's run node application.js. So finished. So how much time? So here we are using we are calling this func one, and okay, so we are calling this function one. We are calling this function one. And this is a async function. We just create a promise. We just create a promise, and inside this func1 we have another function. Here we are using this async and await keyword. We are using this async and await keyword. So what is the minimum time? What is the question asking? What will be the minimum time? So as this await is like we will wait. So this promise, this we are creating this new promise. So we will wait for this promise to resolve for this many 2000 milliseconds. So this will this will block the this async await. This will block the execution. So that is why we need minimum of, and here we are creating promise.
And what we are doing.
We are not doing anything. We are just created. So if we provide only one argument, it will be resolved. The condition will be for resolved, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, we are using async await. So we are calling this function one, and inside that function one, when this function one is called, this promise is defined. Okay, so this promise is just defined. Not we are not doing anything.
So line number 727 is only to confuse. Like, it is not related to answer.
We are not using async await there, so it will not be just creating a promise. Here we are using this async and await, so it will wait. Here we are creating the promise and set timeout. So we are printing. So what is the question asking? What how much second after will the program log the message finished? Okay. So if you see the, let's run this and node application.js. So you see after some amount of time. And what is that amount of time? Let's say we're using async await. So if we don't use async await, let's say I use a normal function. So in the normal function, I will use this. So now what is the output? You can see finished is printed immediately. If you see finished is printed immediately. So we are using async await, so it will wait for this
Could you
promise.
please increase the time
Where?
at 4,000?
At 4000. Okay. So let's make it 10,000. So means 10 seconds. And use async await or normal. So yeah. So if I use async await now, we're using async await here. Now what should happen according to you? So after 2 seconds, this promise resolve. So then only this finish will be printed. So let's run this. So 1, 2. So finish is printed after 2 seconds only.
Yeah.
So what if I use await here also? So now what will happen? I think I think it will block after 10 plus 2, 12 seconds it will print this console.log finished. That's what I think. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it is more than 2, I think. Yeah, I think it will be after 10 seconds it will block.
12 seconds.
Yeah, so the question is only question what will the minimum. So here we are not using await keyword here. So what will be the minimum? Minimum it will take 2 seconds.
So it should be 2 seconds.
What?
Yeah, it should be 2 seconds, right?
Yes. So it will be after minimum time it will take 2 seconds to log to print this message finished.
So means we are not. It is because we are not waiting for the first promise to complete, right? Await. We are not.
Yes. So if you see this similar, not similar, I mean, if you see not this, it was, yeah, this question also. This was waiting for 20 seconds. I think using async command we block the other part. So it will wait for, so after 20 seconds of print of initial statement, after 20 seconds this prom1 value, whatever this will resolve after this will be printed. And simultaneously this will not be executed simultaneously, like after 20 seconds it will print and just after 10 more seconds this prom2 value. So after 20 seconds this prom1 value will print. So for the 20 seconds this part only will execute, this part will execute. Okay, and then it will again wait for 30 more seconds. So it's not like they will work, they will wait simultaneously. So first 20 second wait for this simultaneously, and then this will be resolved, and then we will print it here. And this console.log prom2 value will be printed after 30 seconds. So 20 seconds this will take, and 30 more seconds this will take. So 20 plus 30. So after the initial statement print, 20 seconds, and after here 30 more seconds. So after 20 seconds, and this after 50 seconds compared to when the initial statement. So this after 20 seconds of initial statement, and this after 30 seconds of this prom1 value, but 50 seconds after initial statement. So yeah, so this is
So
how.
if it was reject, then We are not catching that error.
Pair. So it is resolving, right?
If it was reject, then
So we choose reject.
no, if instead of resolve it was reject.
Um, so in that case, let's see.
Then also it will print the same.
Let think it should work. Which no, not this. Yes, I think it is this function. Control. No, it is giving error. We are
Because we
not,
are not doing dot catch.
yes, we are not handling.
Okay.
So that's all about today.
Sir, also
What?
in the question number 9,
Question number 9.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, so in this, since only the first one will happen, right? Because since we are resolving before rejecting,
Yes.
that is why it is resolving. Like, whatever is written first will execute, and next it will not see.
Yes, we can say that it will be resolved, will come out of this.
Okay.
Yeah,
If because it resolves, it doesn't check the next line. So it doesn't reject.
yes,
Okay. Then if you are written reject before resolve, then it will have rejected first.
yes, I think so. So that's